A quick note on our Lifetime Achievement Award winner. His annual event in Sarasota that benefits the V Foundation has raised $68 million to date for kids dealing with cancer. So you can save the date, May 3rd, 2024, for the next event. Guests include Derek Jeter, Jim Kelly, Jeff Gordon, and more to be announced. DickVitale.com has all the information that you need. Now we want to bring to the stage a Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Famer, Olympic gold medalist, NBA champion, four-time NBA All-Star, and lifelong friend of our recipient, the great Spencer Haywood.
Thank you so much for coming out to support Nancy Lieberman in this great event. This is an awesome event. I just want to introduce a wonderful human being and one that has been with us at the University of Detroit back in the old days as a coach and as a wonderful man who made the city of Detroit turn heads all over the universe because he sold us on the idea that we could be as a great family at the University of Detroit when he was the coach there. He brought this whole city together as players and as the state of Michigan. And he did so much for the city of Detroit. And then he went off to the Pistons as a coach. And you know, sometime when you are doing your will and God step in and say, wait a minute, I have another will for you. And he got a call from ESPN. I know he thought it was a disease, but it wasn't. It was ESPN. This is back in 1979, so you people are like wondering, well, what is he talking about? 1979, when it was early in its infancy stage. And what he has done for so many players and families by saying, hey, this guy is going to be a diaper dandy. And he turned out to be a great player because he encouraged so many players, and he has done so much for so many people over the years. And you just heard the number he has raised for the Jimmy V. Cancer Foundation, $68 million? Man, the Lord is using this man in so many different ways. It is my honor and my pleasure, and also as a cancer survivor, to introduce my man, Mr. Dick Vitale, and his wonderful wife. Thank you for coming here.
It kind of seems a little crazy, Lorraine and Dick, that you're sitting and I'm talking. You get the big bucks. But the cool thing, you know, all the people that have talked about Dick, what he's done for cancer, for the V Foundation, look, he just makes people happy. There's some really good people in this world. And this man, and help me here if I'm messing this up, 34 radiation treatments that he's just gone through. When he talked to me in July and he said he was going to go through this, in my mind I'm thinking, oh my goodness, maybe you're not going to want to come here. And you know, we had a really strong friendship, I believe, before with respect and love. And he was just, you know, texting me, you know, I'm coming out there. He had the audacity to say, if you don't want me there, if you want to replace me, if you want to get somebody else. And I'm like, no, 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 you're our guy. and we're not doing it. This is my family out here, and you showed up for us, Dick Vitale and Lorraine. And all he wants to do is talk. But his doctor is sitting there on the stage, and she won't let him talk. So we have people like that video who's talking for him. And I want you to see, there were a couple guys that wanted to be here so bad. One is John Calipari, coach of Kentucky, and other Rick Pitino, the new coach at St. John's University. So can we roll the video? I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I want you to. Can we roll the video from the guys, please?
The obvious thing about Dick Vitale, everybody knows. Everybody knows he's a great family man, a devoted husband, a wonderful dad. But there's a lot of things they don't know. Obviously, you see him on ESPN. He's getting very excited. He's building up coaches. He's building up players to levels probably they're really not at. But he exaggerates for the positive. But what they don't know about Dick Vitale is he was a championship high school basketball coach. He was a legendary recruiter at Rutgers. He took Rutgers from an unknown, absolutely unknown program and recruited these 5-star players and put Rutgers on the map. Then he moves on and he becomes a head coach. Now you have to understand this. The University of Detroit is very similar to St. Francis of Brooklyn or a lower level inner city team that's gone nowhere. He recruits 3 pros from Tyler to Do-Rod. He recruits these guys and beats out the Big Ten. Then he goes on to play Michigan in the NCAA tournament. Now just think of Detroit being in the tournament playing Michigan and think of the University of Detroit today. So Dick is a legendary recruiter. Then he goes on to be a great college basketball coach. Great motivator, great clinician, great camp speaker, and one of the best in the collegiate game. Like most of us, he makes a mistake and goes to the pros because he takes over a franchise that's not winning. They have a lot of injuries, and he decides to go into television. He has made more players look better than they really are, more coaches like myself look better than they really are, and he just builds them up and builds the legend to each coach and each player. And coaches like myself rise to levels that the fan base would never know about if it wasn't for Dick Vitale. So yes, he is a Hall of Fame commentator. And yes, he's a Hall of Fame husband and father. But what they don't realize, he was a Hall of Fame high school coach, a Hall of Fame college coach, and just the most amazing energy I've ever seen in my lifetime. So congratulations, Dick, on this award. You're a special friend to so many of us. You're special in so many different ways. And what you have done to raise money for pediatric cancer and carry on Jim Valvano's legacy is truly amazing. Your energy never stops. And then you go on, and now you battle cancer numerous times. You fight through radiation. You fight through all the difficulties of cancer, and you make it public. So the morale of people with cancer now is built up because of your fight. That fight is unbelievable. So, Dick, I'm so proud to call you a great friend. I'm so proud to call you a fellow coach. And there's nobody better throughout the years of building up coaches, players, and our game. Our game today arises through people like you that have made it so public. But you know what's fascinating? You never knock anybody. Oh, sure, you point out weaknesses, but you never drag coaches down. You never drag players down. You just build them up. So, Dick, I know what you're doing for pediatric cancer. I know what you're doing with your fight and how you're fighting through it every single day. I have to be his voice for tonight. Congratulations, Nancy, on picking Dick. He's special. There's no one in all of basketball deserves to be honored more than Dick Vitale. Congratulations, buddy.
Dick Vitale, a coach at heart, high school, college, NBA. You know what? He got fired just like me. I went back to coaching. He went on to creating a legacy that's beyond belief. I would imagine his family would say to him, Dick, I don't know what you've been doing, but keep fooling them. That's what my dad says to me. What he has done beyond basketball. Now, let me just start the basketball first. The basketball being, he's about the game, the good of the game. What is bad for the game? He's about coaches. He understands. He was at Detroit fighting and scratching and begging kids. And all of a sudden he got good guys, and then no one wanted to play him. Then he goes and beats Michigan. He goes to the NBA and gets fired like I did. But he then says, I'm going to go into broadcasting. And he went to ESPN when ESPN was zero. And all of a sudden, he had as much to do with ESPN growing leaps and bounds as any one person, which is why he's still with ESPN. They appreciate it. But it was about coaching, about building the game, about bringing excitement to college basketball. Cotillo, baby, all that stuff. That's all the stuff on the perimeter. What he was about was, this is a great game. This is great for young people. These coaches care. They're characters in their own right. But then he became a character. They're carrying through the stands. He asked me to come and speak. You know, I did. Then I asked him to come and speak. He said, it's $50,000. I'm sorry, I can't. You got to call my people. I said, what? Yeah, me come and speak, and now I speak, and you speak for $50,000. What am I, a schmo? I'm a bologna sandwich? You're crazy. But that's Dick. Then all of a sudden, the Jimmy V. He raises more money than anyone for children with cancer. And then what happens? He gets the stuff. And he's battling. And he's battling with a smile on his face. Wakes up every morning and prays the rosary. I was in his bedroom and saw it. Because, you know, when you go to his house, he's got to show you every room in his house. So you're not walking in and like, no, come up, I want to show you. He is so proud of his house. He looked at my house and said, what are you doing, man? Go get your wife a house. So we went up. He had to show me his closet. Man, oh, man, his bedroom, oh, geez. He has a special area with pictures of his mother and his rosary beads, and he prays every morning. But this is a man of faith, a man who's taken on battles, a man who's left legacies for other people and has saved lives. And you know what? He's in a dogfight, but I have no doubt it's not done yet. He's got too much to do, got too much on his plate, and he'll continue to fight. He's been a great friend. Let me give you one call he made to me. I'm getting killed up in Massachusetts, one of the newspapers. I get killed all the time. I got more bullet holes in me than... But they all of a sudden, they get so nasty, they start writing about my house and how much I paid for it and what my interest rate was. At the time, it was 16%. Do you remember back then? Interest rate. And they gave you 2 points. What points? 2 points is it? Thank God we don't have the 3-point rule. But you got 2 points and they charge you 16% for your loan. He sees this stuff in the paper. It's midnight. He calls me. What are you doing? That's all you spent on your house? I said I couldn't afford it. The interest rates and the points I had to give, that's all I could buy. That's the kind of calls he made. He said, you need to get out of there, writing about your family, your kids. Get out of there, go take another job. You're too good a coach. But he cared about me personally. And to this day, he still looks after me. Dick, I love you. Lorraine, you, my lady, are an angel. to deal with him, and the only peace you have is when he's writing on that tablet. I love you both. Congrats. Nancy Lieberman, my girl.
I don't really think I have anything else to say except you are so loved and you are so blessed, and we have gratitude that you would get on an airplane, be with us, be part of our family, and we are behind you, Lorraine and Dick, 100%. Congratulations on the Lifetime Achievement Award. And I know it's just killing him that he just can't come up here and be organically who he is, but you see the emotion, you see the love. Put your hands together for Dick Vitale.